Okay. Are we live now? Are we live now? Okay. Sorry, I have no idea what's happening, honestly. I need to, like, call Spectrum and figure out what's happening, because this is happening quite often right now. I mean, I would assume it's still, like, things from the hurricane. Also, if you happen to have been hosting me, make sure you re-host. Okay, now for, I believe this will be the final fight. Yep, we have to fight against Wispy. Really cool that we get to actually fight against a Return to Dreamland boss using the Smash moveset. Oh, come on. There we go. Wispy's done. Some more 20th anniversary stuff. Two seconds left. Bronze medal. I got all the coins. That's the important thing, right? And we got the gold trophy. We're not getting the platinum trophy. Now we also have Megalor Race EX. This final race with Megalor is so hard you may think he's unbeatable, but all the copy abilities are yours to choose from. Help yourself. Stage doesn't get the EX title for nothing. It's not just extra, it's extreme. I'm gonna go with Spark. I think Spark is the ability I'm probably would be best with. Ah! Since I really don't have to worry about enemies. Ow! He is very far ahead. Yeah, he's won. Yeah, definitely. Man, this is very difficult. I don't think that Spark will actually work for me. Gonna try a different ability. Skip. Let's try Fighter. care about stupid emails. I thought I had closed you so that you wouldn't be interrupting the stream. Oh, come on. Does that attack just kill me instantly, or is he getting to the end? I wasn't paying attention. First time I thought he got to the end, but I don't know. Also, I'm going to very quickly check something real quick. I will be... Yeah, sorry, I was hearing a lot of noise outside. I'm just like, I need to go check on that real quick. Yeah, I believe that Magolor got to the end at the same time as me, but it just, like, it felt like that happened twice. I need to hit the transition. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, Smash is already doing much better than, the other ones. So he's now ahead of me there. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, no, he was just getting to the end. Man, I got really far ahead of him at one point, and he just soared afterwards. Smash was the one I was doing best with, so I'm gonna keep going with it. Oh, wait. Let me retry. Because I missed that jump, and I kind of can't miss that jump. Man. Keep getting behind at one point, and then he just gets too far ahead. I can't catch back up. Like, I have good starts, but it's my middle that is what screws me over. Yeah, like, he just gets ahead of me right there, usually. It's not as far ahead. Oh, no, no, no. No! Oh, if I hadn't gotten hit at that one section, man. Oh, I was doing so well too. If I had managed to hit that bomb, I'm pretty sure I would have been fine. Man, it's doable. I know it is now. I was doubting it previously, but now I know. Come on. Gotcha. Woo! First try. The bronze medal! Oh, man. You've cleared all stages! And that was my stipulation for 100%. You want platinum? You want platinum rank? Yeah, you're not getting that from me. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, I guess we can go through this. This is something that I can do to show off. So, we can show off a couple of these things. Before 1922, Nintendo released Nintendo Entertainment System, 1985. The Game Boy in 1989. Super Nintendo Entertainment System, 1991. 92, we had the release of Kirby's Dream Land, along with Bill Clinton being elected president. The simplicity of Kirby's inhale/spit attack, and Kirby's ability to fly over obstacles made this a perfect game for beginners. It introduced many of the enemies. Wait, what? Did Kirby... What? Many of the enemies and power-ups that... power-ups, yep, those stayed. Are now so familiar. to Kirby fans. It also introduced a character who would often be Kirby's. Yeah, they could have. Kirby's opponent. Kirby's star opponent, King DDD. Like, you can fast forward, but then you also skip part of the movie. Like, this text is actually timed with the movie. And then we can see the box art. Kirby to the rescue! Dreamland is in peril. An evil king has stolen magic twinkle stars, and there to not recover, the people of Dreamland could starve. Meet Kirby, a roly-poly little hero, as he runs, jumps, floats, and swims in search of the treasured twinkle stars. He'll puff his way through castles, caves, dungeons, and forests in his path of many wicked and greedy enemies. But Kirby has a special way to defeat them. It's non-stop action all the way to the top of Mount DDD. We also have Kirby's Adventure. First you draw a circle, then you dot the eyes. A great big smile. And presto! It's Kirby. In this game, players were introduced to Kirby's famous copy abilities. Kirby could get 24 different copy abilities. In this game, a lot of which would then be retconned into being useless, including Sword, Cutter, Hammer, Spark, Stone, and Parasol. Hi, DDD. This gave players a wide range of new moves to play with, and made it possible. Oh my goodness, Kirby had a cannon there. Hey, Heavy Mole! To play each stage in many ways. Kirby's Adventure was also the first game in the Kirby series to include mini-games. Oh, I thought it was going to say it was going to have Meta Knight. Whoops. But yeah, this was the first game to include Meta Knight. Which we'll talk about more whenever we get into Nightmare in Dreamland. Show off Kirby's Pinball Land, which ball-shaped Kirby has to reach and then beat bosses waiting for the top of pinball stages. I'm just having fun showing these off. I've watched a lot of these. I've never actually watched them all, though. Like, I don't think I ever saw the Pinball Land one. First to veer from Kirby's traditional platforming roots. I remember when John played this, he did not have fun. I think we got to Krakow? That was it? Helped Kirby explore challenging pinball worlds by flipping Kirby's bouncy, ball-shaped body. Exciting traps, bonus games, and enemies filled each world. To beat the game, you required save states. Players had to help Kirby defeat several bosses. Yeah, there's like Wispy. And then win a battle against King D. Yeah. The record-breaking 1.5 ton lollipop being made. Very important. Oh, no. No. I like how when you have statues like this that aren't games, you can try and inhale it. And then Kirby just gets really tired. Show off Dream Course, which we did actually play. This was fun. Ugh. Golf-inspired game pitted 1 to 2 players against 8 outlandish courses. To complete a hole, players had to defeat every enemy on the field and drop ball-shaped Kirby into the cup. Fewer shots meant a higher score. On top of planning each shot's power and trajectory, players had to make smart use of Kirby's 10 copy abilities. I kind of wish I could bring in somebody to play with me for Dream Course, Return to Dreamland, and Star Allies. I wouldn't have done it for, like, say, Rainbow Curse, but it would have been fun for some of the other games. Anyway, Kirby's Avalanche. Very interesting game. It's Puyo Puyo Tetris. It never came out in Japan, and they are just like, yeah, let's give Kirby a sassy personality. Stack colorful, falling blobs. Sorry, rules are rules. By strategically rotating moving blobs. Before they hit the pile. Please don't tread on my roots, it would not be a wise decision. I feel like some apple pie. Kirby could destroy them and set off chain reactions. I love that they included that part in this. None shall pass, I'm got credit, Kirby, but I have no sword. Oh, you're right. Then Avalanche it is. Ha 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 ha. What? Player bouts and matches against many familiar faces. Kirby, your dream has come to an end. Dream Fountain Cup will be mine. Welcome, King Dedede, and good luck to ya. Kirby's nice to King Dedede, apparently. It's the only Kirby game that wasn't released in Japan. Yep. I didn't know that they would mention that, but I guess that makes sense. And then, Dreamland 2. Look at them! They're so cute! Rick the hamster. Kine the fish. and Coo the owl. You know, why didn't they call Kai a sunfish? Just calling, like, fish... They might as well just said Rick the mammal, or Coo the bird. I know I'm the only one who really would get that upset over that. These friends not only helped out by carrying Kirby, they also interacted with copy abilities in different ways. Adding to Kirby's arsenal. Bye, dark matter. Whoop. Too far. I'm just having fun watching these. These are fun. And, like, this is a marathon just to celebrate Kirby, so we might as well go through all of these. Ball-shaped Kirby leapt back into action again. This time, players bounced Kirby around. Stages to destroy blocks. And defeat enemies. Good sense of timing was essential. I mean, yeah, it's Breakout. Essentially getting a high score. It's Breakout, but it's Kirby. Power-ups and copy abilities also helped players rack up points. Now for Superstar. Ugh, sorry about that. Eight games in one? That sounds like fun. This title introduced copy ability hats, which changed Kirby's appearance based on which power he was wielding. This game also gave Kirby... Yep, gives hats. Gave Kirby the ability to transform an equipped copy ability into a helper. Oh, yeah. I like how I was able to predict exactly what it would say. Which added a new kind of cooperative. Wow, they showed off Heart of Nova for this? I'll replay to the next. I mean, I guess they showed off Dark Matter in the Dreamland 2 one. Helper could either be controlled by the game, AI, or controlled by a second player. And each type of helper had its own moves. I love that. I remembered this where it was like it shows Samurai Kirby you beating Kirby beating DDD and then immediately losing to Meta Knight. Kirby and his friends gathered falling stars. Game link cable, friends who play together. Star Stacker. This is one I never touched. Kirby reunited with Rick, Kine, and Koo to unleash their puzzle power. As blocks fell from the sky, Kirby sandwiched stars between his pals. And stacked sets together. Okay. Sort of see how that would work. Much as in Kirby's Avalanche. The key to high scores was chain reactions. Also known as combos game. Oh, that's a cute image. New copy abilities and friends Choo Choo, Pitch, and Nago. Also gave player 2 Gooey. You know, people say that Sonic has too many friends. Look at how many friends Kirby has. This game, the last that Nintendo published in the USA for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Like, he has 7 friends just in Dreamland 3. There was also Meta Knight and, it's also Meta Knight, DDD, Bandana Waddle Dee. Not to mention all of the helpers. Who's Kirby's friends? Choo Choo, Pitch, and Nago. And now I guess we can count Marks, Daroche, and Dark Meta Knight as his friends. By these new allies, Kirby set to battle an old foe. A second player could control Kirby's pal, Gooey, and join in the action. I think it was the second one. Well, I was wrong. See these random things. Assembly International Space Station. Yeah, I read those. Actually, never mind. We already saw the Kirby 64 one. I'm fine not showing it again. First level success. A 16-year-old successfully climbed Mount Everest, and Nintendo released the Game Boy Advance and Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, if you have the Dream Collection, like, just looking through this timeline is amazing. It's really cool. First game in Kirby series to make use of motion controls. It would be the— yes, it was. Hi. That sounds very, that sounded very good. The audio compression was amazing. These controls were possible because the game pack itself contained a tiny motion sensor. Yeah, motion sensing device. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's hilarious. This enabled players to move Kirby by tilting his or her Game Boy. color. Or your entire Nintendo GameCube. 5 games that also made use of these motion controls, accompanied the main game. I like how you're playing chicken with an actual chicken. And then it loses all of its feathers. And yep. So, I don't think I can show, like, actual parts of this, but this also comes with 3 episodes of Kirby Right Back At You anime. This 100-episode anime TV series first broadcast in the USA in 2002. It's been released in many other countries as well. You have a Kirby-centered episode, which is just the pilot, the very first one. Episode 60, which is a Meta Knight-focused episode. Crusade of the Blade, I want to say it is. I don't recall what episode 72 is called, but it's a DDD-focused episode. And it has one of my favorite DDD lines, like, of all. Just like, it's a Gone with the Wind parody, and has DDD in a field, and he's, like, he eats a carrot, and it's just, like, starts to stand up, it has the fade out, it has, like, the zoom out motion from Gone with the Wind, but it's still DDD's voice actor, he's just like, I'll never go hungry no more. It's so good. Anyway, on to Nightmare in Dreamland. This remakes of Kirby's Adventure included many new features. One thing included hats. Actually, that's exactly what it's going to say. Including the ability to play with up to... Oh, never mind. Mentioning about, like, the sub-games. Up to 3 friends, each player controlled his or her own Kirby. Wait a second, could you play this with actually 3 Kirby, with 4 players? Like in the main game? Each Kirby grab his own separate copy ability. Could this play like Amazing Mirror? I thought it was just, like, sub-games I would have, like, expected them to, Could you actually play this like, the main game with other people? If so, that's really cool. My Kirby Air Ride, a game I really wish I could stream, but I don't own it. I don't know what I would do for 100%, but I don't know, I would have figured something out. Kirby Air Ride include many different high-speed racing modes. Another fun thing about this game is that, the anime in both Japan and America had, like, in Japan had episodes that were, like, meant to advertise this. I mean, that's what somebody had suggested. This game had I believe, like, 96 and 90, episodes 96 and 97 were, in the original Japanese run, and then there was, like, 49 and 50 in America, where, they were advertising Kirby Air Ride. Like, you can like, there were enemies who were riding some of the Air Ride machines. This was also the episode of the contest in Japan where 4 copy abilities submitted by fans got displayed, which were Water, which eventually became in Return to Dreamland, Iron, which sort of came in the form of metal, but not really, Baton, and then Baton and Top, which have not been seen since. Yeah, coincided with the release in Japan. It was like the last, like the near the end of the series, but in America when it got released, it was in the middle of it, so they just dubbed those episodes then, which made sense, honestly. I don't think there was anything too plot heavy that really needed it to do this. Yeah. I've only played this game a couple times at a friend's house. Top scoring, air ride race. Top scoring air ride racer took lots of practice. And strategy. Oh man, Krakow. Huh, what do you know? He did have an appearance in 3D until before Triple Deluxe. Air ride machines and Kirby's. Copy abilities could look forward to unlocking special characters. Because I think Meta Knight was one of the characters you could do in this game. There was a DDD where riding a wheelie rider. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Another game I wish we could stream, and like if I happen to get money, I will very quickly start streaming this game along with Canvas Curse. Game players didn't have to defeat stages in a specific preset order. You know, I wonder if people would be... I wonder how much people would really like for, like, the, Return to Dreamland models and whatnot, and they just basically made a new labyrinth for Amazing Mirror. In vast world and choose their own paths to victory. Along the way, Kirby could call his yellow, red, and green Kirby buddies. For help by using his trusty cell phone. I just love the idea of Kirby having a cell phone, even though he had one in what's it called, Crystal Shards. Kirby could also use new powers. One of them, Smash, was an incredible combat ability that let Kirby unleash his Super Smash Bros moves. Amazing Mirror is such a... It's such a random game for the... Amazing Mirror is such a random game for the Smash ability to have been introduced in. I mean, not that there was really... I mean, throughout this, not that there was really much else they could have released it in, because Nightmare in Dreamland was a remake. Air Ride didn't have the actual things. Maybe if the GameCube, Kirby Adventure for the GameCube had come out, maybe that's where we would have first seen Smash, but I don't know. Anyway, on to Canvas Curse. Which is a game I really like a lot. I'm really upset that we can't stream it. I mentioned this a lot during Rainbow Curse. This unique adventure. Yep, very unique. Never to be repeated. Kirby followed the rainbow line that the player drew on the touch screen. They showed off the DDD roll. His or her stylus. Thermal line could also be used to shield Kirby. Also, oh, I didn't mean to close it. I meant to pause it. What I meant to, what I was trying to say, whoop, bit too far, was, this section right here, listen. That part, that is, in fact, studying the factory. I believe that was called Mechanical Investigation in the Canvas Curse OST. So the only star of this game. Other familiar characters made appearances. Actually, wait a second. Actually, never mind, Air Ride. I was about to say, like, Canvas Curse is the first game to have DDD and, to have DDD play. Well, Meta Knight also put us in, Nightmare in Dreamland, because Meta Nightmare first appeared then. Like I've always said, a lot of things, Canvas Curse is, like, surprisingly one of the most influential Kirby games. Because there's so many random, or like Drossia is the most influential final boss aside from maybe Nightmare. And Nightmare or Marks, because a lot of Drossia and Drossia Soul's attacks are used all the time. Anyway. Show off Kirby Squeak Squad! Poor Kirby got flattened. In this game, Kirby chased down a gang of mice who'd stolen a precious, delicious treasure. Precious, delicious treasure. Along the way, Kirby found many other treasures. Including star seals and ability scrolls. Using the copy palette, Kirby could save items. Copy palette's what that's called. And copy abilities. And mix them together. This new feature introduced players to a whole new level of strategy. Yeah, I do like these descriptions. I wish that the text was, like, would scroll faster. But the videos are really cute. Oh, yes! Revenge of the King. I do think the Dream Collection was a really great addition for this remake of the beloved Kirby title, Kirby Superstar. Included the original games with updated graphics. A new storyline and several new games. Among these new games were stylus-controlled minigames. Hey, Think you make peace between the sun and the moon? Thanks, Hi, Marks. How you doing? Giant comment note. Many of these games allowed several players to play together. Oh, wow. Hold on a second. I need to pause on this for a second, because this is dedication. They probably had a ROM for this instead of, like, actually doing this, but wow, they managed to beat Helper to Hero with everybody. Like, I would bet that this is, like, a dumped ROM that they use, not an actual thing, but still. Beating certain games unlocked special bonus content. Like a little bandana Waddle Dee there. Oh, he has the blooper reel, including a hilarious blooper reel. If you haven't seen the Kirby Superstar Ultra blooper reel, go look it up. It is amazing. Hey, Megalord! Presence of water on the moon was confirmed. First time annual global energy use dropped. Longest total solar eclipse. First 24-hour flight by a solar plane. Oh, yeah. Now for Epic Yarn. Game that... wish they would do more with it, honestly. It's so good. It's such a good game, and they underutilize it constantly. Maybe the remake will change that attitude, though. To a world made of cloth by an evil sorcerer, Yin Yarn. Kirby discovered he'd even turned into yarn. In this form, Kirby couldn't inhale or use copy abilities. Oh wow, that was cool. Never seen that before. But he gained new powers and could change his shape in amazing ways. With the help of Prince Fluff, who also they underutilize, the heroic Prince of Patchland, Kirby set out to defeat Yin Yarn. The me. Along the way, he helped the residents of Patchland as a friendly neighbor in apartment 101 of Dom Wool's apartment building. Oh, wow. I love that they reference that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind another yarn game with Kirby. Oh man, Koo was up there. Hold on a second. That was Koo a second ago, now it's Rick. Hold on, are there any other secrets along this? There's Waddle Dee there, there's Koo again. There's Kine there. But that changed. Let me see who else we can get. Okay, there's Koo there, Kine there. Waddle Dee. I guess Rick is gonna be back here. Maybe it's only those ones specifically. Anyway. Show off Mass Attack. The concept of the more the merrier. This game, poor Kirby. Yep, just poor Kirby. Nothing else. Split into 10 weaker copies of himself. I like how, being split into 4, Kirby can still use copy abilities, but being split into 10, he can't. By the villainous Necrotius. Using a stylus, the player guided these mini Kirby's on an amazing adventure. To restore Kirby to his former self. That looks like Hoop Lagoon. Kirby, if Kirby's were lost along the way. Collecting fruit. Restored them. On top of this main game, 7 mini-games added to the action. Oh wow, they show off the Galaxia move. And then, at the time, the latest adventure. When a mysterious traveler crash-landed on planet Popstar. Kirby and his friends rushed to his aid. An amazing adventure began. This game featured extra powerful copy abilities. Yeah, water is an extra powerful copy ability. Oh, wait, called super abilities. Never mind. Which gave Kirby incredible new attacks. Kirby's Inhale ability also got powered up. And Super Inhale was a thing in Squeak Squad. I mean, I guess maybe it was stronger still. Additional players could join and leave the game at will. Why would you leave the game at Will's place? What has Will ever done for me? Why would I give Will my games? It was like Piggyback and Team Attack. Let players help. Help each other through tough spots. Also, defeating Grand Doomer Wing. You should have used high jump like a real man. This game also include minigames that can be unlocked as the story progressed. Wait a second. Nintendo unveiled Miiverse. Oh, it's so sad. Yeah, I'm not going to click the music video. Or I can see what it is. Yeah, it's a Gourmet Race to Green Greens thing, you can see that. And just, the Kirby collection. very cute picture. So yeah, that was basically everything I can show off in a Dream Collection. In fact, literally everything I could show off aside from Kirby's Adventure, because this is where everything else was played. So, I guess we can just do more of 64. Can you update the game real quick, Twister? Remember the colon before 64, otherwise I don't think it'll work properly. If you don't know the command, I can do it, no problem. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, just going through all those. I've gone through them before, but it's been a while, and it was fun just going through everything again. Mike, yeah. Thank you, friendo. Glad you can always be here, Twister. It's a lot of fun having you here. Anybody else who is also here just lurking, I appreciate you being here as well. This has been a lot of fun. Over the past, this will be day 21 of actual streaming. And these have been a lot of fun. Love playing through all the Kirby series. It is probably my favorite series. I don't know. I'd have to. It's a contest between it and Pokemon in terms of what my favorite game series is. But it is, if it's not number one, it is very close number 2. So being able to do this for charity, even if we aren't raising too much, it's still really heartwarming to me. Yeah. And still need to get around to beating Glacia and Dark Crafter without getting hit, so that we can continue on with Rainbow Curse. I mean, I still technically haven't played all the main games. I haven't played Adventure or Mass Attack. This will actually be my very first playthrough of Mass Attack. First time I actually touched the game. Like, I bought it when the marathon started. Oh, that's a dumb position for that one. Went way too late for that. Hi. Well, I hope to like be able to keep streaming, like keep with the motivation even after the marathon is over. I will certainly, whenever it comes out, I will certainly stream the any more Star Allies DLC. And another thing I kind of want to do, I kind of want to play through all the Metroid games in preparation for whenever Prime 4 comes out. That might be something to do after this as well. Of course, it would also have the stipulation where both versions of Metroid 2 wouldn't happen because because still don't have a 3DS capture card. But right now we're focused on Kirby. And if you are watching this, you don't have to say anything, chat, but if you can donate to Direct Relief, that would be very appreciated. We're still at a third of the way, and we have 17 days left of this marathon. Want to try and get that other 200 out of the way. And if you can, make sure to spread the word. This will keep going on from 5 until 9. Occasionally earlier, occasionally starts early, occasionally it starts later. Yeah, because of the Metroid games I've beaten Super, Samus Returns, Other M, and Prime 1. I own all of them aside from Prime Hunters and Pinball. And Samus, and like the original Samus 2 version. And actually Zero Mission, what am I talking about? I don't know, Zero Mission. Ow. You know, I do find it funny how, in one of the trailers for, Adeline's, in the, character trailer for Adeline's reveal in Star Allies, they had Bandana Waddle Dee with the group, and in one of the, title screen things, where, like, you can see the characters doing fun little moments, they have, Parasol Waddle Dee instead of Bandana Waddle Dee with all of them. So they threw a bone to the people who say Bandana Waddle Dee is the Waddle Dee from Kirby 64, and then also just remove the bone. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that is... Man, that was an easy one. I just messed up. Yeah. You know, for beating 2 games, this is just a really relaxing stream. There was nothing. Like, we beat 2 games, and this is just really nothing. Overshot it a tad. Yeah, I messed up which thing was which. And like I had said a while ago that beating Dreamland 1 and then the Dream Collection, they were going to happen in the same stream because they're so short. Dreamland 1 is a fun game, but it's not long at all. Hi, Waddle Dee. Woo, gotcha. Nice. Okay. I'm feeling some castle DDD. I do kind of wish that they give us, like, a proper DDD fight in this game. Because it wasn't until Triple Deluxe that we got a proper 3D DDD fight. This is... the one that we got in this game barely counts. Because he wasn't a boss in Return to Dreamland. And of course, Meta Knight doesn't appear at all in the Dark Matter trilogy. The closest Meta Knight has encountered Dark Matter was in Robobot's Meta Nightmare Returns. Also, speaking of the Meta Nightmare, I don't understand why they didn't call DDD's guest star mode or Meta Knight's guest star mode. Just call them DDD Tour and Meta Nightmare. It was like, DDD's was like Fight for the Crown, and then Meta Knight's was like Scourge of Darkness. Like, you already have names for these modes, why don't you just use them? Of course, I like Bandana Waddle Dees, though, because it was just the Legend of D. Because I'm still a huge Zelda fan. Zelda nerd. Oop. Oh, nice. I was half expecting it to be a duplicate. You know what, I'll go to the factory again. I like the factory. Yeah, okay, it's just meat over here. You know, I like how this song became like so loved by like the Kirby community, and it only appears in a single stage. Like, this is one of the longer stages, so it makes sense that this is like one that would stick with people, and this is a cool level. But still, it only appeared once. Till I would assume, I think Canvas Curse is the first game to actually remix it. And then it got, it appeared verbatim in, what's it called? Triple Deluxe. Because that was one of the, this is one of the, stages in Kirby Fighters. And got a remix in both Rainbow Curse and Robobot. Ow. Didn't get a remix in Star Allies. I don't actually know if the song itself appeared in Star Allies. Like, much less, like, I know that that there's the, that in Adeline's guest star, like, the level appears. But I don't think the song appears anywhere. Give him my sword. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ooh, I made it just barely. I'm gonna die. I didn't die. What do you know? Hi, Plug. Is that the... No, this can't be the only level Plug appears in. Plug appears in, Ripple Star. Never mind. Plug is still a rare enemy, and... for some reason, they're just like, yeah, we need a plasma enemy. Let's bring in that one from 64. The one that gave you Spark? Yeah, that makes sense for plasma. I mean, I know that that's getting a bit pedantic, saying just like, oh no, how could they give a Spark enemy plasma ability when they gave the laser ball beam in Superstar? Ah, good positioning. I like doing the factory, but it's still a long level. Let's go Shiverstar 1. Ow. I was not paying attention, I was looking at chat. Fine, I'll take bomb. I'll take fireworks. Whoops. Kinda wanna know why they never brought back Fireworks Kirby. There was an episode of the anime where Kirby inhaled some fireworks and then became Fire Kirby, but would spit out fireworks, which was really cool. Yeah, I mentioned that I like DDD's role the most in this, but I don't dislike Waddle Dee's role. Kinda wish that there was a bit more than just these vehicle sections. What I really wish is that they expanded Adeline's role a lot more. And I know they were supposedly all originally going to be playable. But still. And like, Adeline eventually became playable, but... I'm curious how different the game would have been if they had kept with, that original plan. As well as the, plan to use the animal buddies. Even then, the entire decision to use Adeline as a fourth character in 64 is also kind of random, because Adeline was a boss. Was a random boss enemy that they made up for Dreamland 3. Like, I know the animal buddies were originally supposed to have a more important role. What the heck? Okay, my Wii remote had died. I'm just like, what is happening right now? I'm not pressing any buttons. And I was pressing buttons, but they were doing the wrong thing. Let me find a replacement controller. Do I not have one nearby? I need to actually stand up. And I got one. Now for the N64 logo to spin for a bit. And we're back. Hi, KK. Okay. Bit too far. Nope, nope. perfect distance. What do you know? You know, I'm tired of Pop Star 1, so I'm gonna go to Ripple Star 1. Yeah, okay. Plug is there. I made a funny joke because this is exactly the same layout as Pop Star 1. I'm curious why they... I mean, like, not that it's upsetting that they remade the first level for this, but it's just, like, very random. Oh, that's a bad location. Oh, but I think I got it. Nice. I love when it's not duplicate. I love when it's in a bad location it's not a duplicate, because when it's a bad location and it's a duplicate, that just feels terrible. Because it means you went through so much more difficult work in order to get the timing right, and it was pointless. I really wish that you could just get the enemy info cards from fighting bosses. Like, that there was a way to get them from bosses instead of only from the goal game here. Because that would be a lot more interesting than just redoing easy levels a bunch of times. Like, I could find out fun combinations in order to fight the bosses with. Like, I don't know, I could do a challenge mode of doing ice and fire against all the bosses. Like, that would be fun. But instead, I'm just replaying a bunch of levels. And I need to do it this, like, roughly 50 more times, give or take. We're probably below 50 now, but that still doesn't count for duplicates. I am glad that this kind of method was handled better in Triple Deluxe Robot and Star Allies. Of just getting the keychains, puzzle pieces, and stickers. Oh, thank you. Because in those games you can get multiple per level. In the two 3DS ones, you can spend play coins in order to get them. And in Star Allies, you could use Amiibo to get a bunch of them. And also, they were all over the place, like I said. Whereas here, it's you need to complete a level, and that's it. And I don't complain about something that doesn't technically count towards 100%, but it's something that I'm counting towards 100%, and it still is, like, a collectible in it that's really kind of annoying to get. Because it's like 9 by 9. There are 81 of these enemy info cards. So even if you get through, how many stages are there? 3 in Popstar, 4, so that's 7. That is... Okay, so there are 4 levels in 4 worlds, that is, should be 16. 3 levels and 2 of them, that's 6. So there are roughly 22 levels in this. So if you happen to get a enemy info card every single time, you still have to do almost every stage about 4 times. Like, not exactly 4 times, but roughly. Hopefully I did all that math right and I did remember the number of stages correctly. So otherwise it'll be hilarious later on. Because in my first, like, in the original playthrough of it, we got to, like, 64 of them, I think? Yeah, we had 64 left, originally. How many do I have left? I have no idea. We had 64 left, which means that we had gotten 17 of them, I want to say? I want to say we got 17 of them. This is 4 plus... Yeah, that sounds right. We got 17 of them in the first time, so that means that we missed 4 info cards in total. For the original playthrough. My controller was acting funny for a second, I don't know why. But yeah, there's no, like, this is the other thing. You cannot check how many cards you have until you, aside from on the main title screen. So you have to reset the game or kill yourself in order to get to it. don't think I'm gonna get this. Gonna get that one up instead. Yep. Hi. Oh, oopsie. Wrong thing. So close. What is my second favorite ability? Probably water, honestly. I know that considering my username, that's the cop-out answer, but there's a reason why it's my username. I like ice a lot too. That's probably third. And yo-yo. Actually, no. I think I like yo-yo more than than ice. Oh, come on. Wanna do this one. What would be number 5 then? Cutter is a fun ability. ESP I had a lot of fun with, honestly. High jump is always fun. But I like high jump mainly ironically than actually as a power. I love destroying those blocks, just seeing the Gordos fly off into the abyss. Hammer is a fun ability, but it's also just like, because it's the default broken power. Leaf is fun. Bell is also really fun. I wish that one would come back. What would be number 5? I honestly can't tell what number 5 would be, though. Which is a shame. Actually, no, I know exactly what number 5 would be. Sleep. Nah. Not sleep. As much fun as sleep is, it's not like an ability I would actually put as a favorite. Because that one, it's not that I like the ability, it's just that I love the irony of the ability's existence. I guess that's not really irony. I like the concept of sleep ability's existence more than the actual ability itself. I love that it got into Battle Royale, though. Battle Royale's a game I really want to get. Ow. What about you? What's your top 4? I can't ask you for a top 5, since I never gave you a top 5. You can hit enemies with a pillow. You can put them to sleep. You can heal as well, and I think you can, blow, snot bubbles? What? Oh, come on. Oh no, there's a... If you just check the Kirby wiki page, you'll find the, okay, no, that's not what's happening. You can find the, what's it called? The ability showcase. Or if you just scroll through Nintendo's YouTube account. But yeah, they wanted to make it, they made it useful for Battle Royale. They literally, the internal... I'm still amazed that they, like, decided, like, So, I'm sure you remember the original Kirby copy ability poll that was going to be with Battle Royale. How that worked was that, it was a vote between every single copy ability, including ones that were not going to, that had no way to create a moveset for Battle Royale. But for some reason, they put Sleep on that list as abilities that could be made into Battle Royale abilities. Which is why for the second copy ability poll, which was just abilities that could get into Battle Royale, Sleep won by a landslide. Alright, I'm going to get 2 more and then I'll probably call the stream. Now that's basically what I did. I did give a couple votes to Yo-Yo. Mainly because, like, even though water is my second favorite, I still want Yo-Yo to get, like, recognition so that Yo-Yo is used more. And, I've mentioned this before, but this is a thing that always really confused me, was, so on that copy ability poll, I mentioned that there were abilities that could get into Battle Royale, ones that couldn't. One of the ones that couldn't, that could be made into a full ability for Battle Royale, was Burning, which was, like, the ability to turn into a fireball. Which, like, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. But one of the abilities that couldn't was Freeze. And, like, Burning and Freeze both got the same treatment where they basically just became part of Fire and Ice, respectively. And it did make sense to me why Burning could become a full ability, but Freeze couldn't. Let's go to DDD one last time. Yeah. This is a much shorter stream than usual, but because of the Mewtwo thing, and also I'm kind of hungry right now. Man, besides, we beat 2 games today. Like, we've done progress. I do wish that there were actual collectibles in Dreamland, so that there was more to it, more to the 100% than literally just beating the game. The only other thing I could do is extra mode. Leaf, mirror, high jump, and fire and ice. Okay, that's fair. Especially since you're doing it only by their hats. I have to say though, like the hat that they made up for burning in Nightmare in Dreamland is a really cool hat. Kind of wish that it like that one got used more. Another thing, I'm not sure if I prefer the Robobot mirror hat or the original Superstar mirror hat. Because I do like the thing how Marx's hat mirrored, and that's the mirror plushie I have has the old hat design. But the Robobot one is so pretty, too. Like, with the blue and everything. Nice, and we didn't get another, duplicate. So, going to quickly reset. We'll see which ones we got. Yeah, this was a very much more relaxed stream where we're just like like I spent probably as long as I played Dreamland 1 going through all of the oh, we're almost done the bosses. Yeah, we're done the main parts of the bosses because we got Magman, HRH, Miracle Matter. The only one we're missing is HRE, Wispy Woods Jr. NZ is there, Shotzo, Goblin. What are these spiders called? Mariel. Squibby. Oh, it's... Okay, it's Punk, like Puncture. Drop. Hack. Wow. Wow, you really stretched the imagination for that one, game. Oh, we got a lot of these ones. Ignis. Flora. Putt. And Pupa. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 left, I believe. 2, 5, 9, nope, that's 10. 10, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yep, 28 left. We're actually in settings. Oh yeah, these. Never show these off. You can change the display to some pretty cool ones. But I just never thought of it. But yeah, that is going to be it for the stream for today. I want to thank you all for coming along. Let us find ourselves a raid target. Let me pause you so that you don't, like, feedback into the microphone. You know, I think it's only fitting that we raid, this person at least once. Gonna be raiding Slim Kirby, who is playing Hyrule Warriors. And obviously, you already know the message. You've been to a couple streams, Twister, you know how this works. Whoa, 4 viewers. When have we had 4 viewers? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming. It was a lot of fun this stream. Beating the 2 games was... Yeah, they were the shortest games on the list, but it was still a lot of fun. So, let's go show Slim some love. I believe he is trying to 100% Hyrule Warriors. I don't recall for sure. I think I saw that on Twitter. But let's start up the raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.